prisons. Let's be honest, none of us think about it. We don't. Last time I thought about it was when the Republicans first started pitching privatization of prisons. Like 90s, early 2000s. And I was all on board. It sounded good on paper, right? They'd streamline it. They would cut costs and they would make a profit. But that's not how it works, right? It sounds good on paper, but it definitely isn't how it works if we look at the numbers. Now, first, I'm going to really preface this before you go Google AI. I Google AI'd and it didn't make sense. So when I give you the real numbers, I'm going to explain where the Google AI lied to you or lied to me. Will lie to you. But private prisons make up 8% of all federal and state prisons. It's not really a lot, is it? It sounds minuscule in comparison. Costs us over $80 billion a year for that 8%. Care to guess how much the publicly held 92% cost us? No? $81 billion. Yep. 92% publicly held, $81 billion. 8% privately run, $80 billion. What's wrong with that picture? Sounds like the private corporations are basically raking American taxpayers over the coals, doesn't it? In fact, the private held prisons in this country for American citizens and, American criminals per se, cost us almost $42,000 a year per prisoner. Now, if you Google AI it and ask them how much it costs for the private versus the public, it will tell you that the public prisoner costs us an average of $35,000 to $40,000, but that can't be accurate. So I had to look at actual state records and state reporting to find out that public prisons, state and federal, cost us about $12,000 to $14,000 a year per prisoner. So literally privatization is costing us almost 4 times what it costs us for public prisons. So what is the deal going on here with these illegal detainees and these illegal prisons popping up and the El Salvador and the New Jersey and all this shit? The New Jersey facility will hold 1,000 detainees at $67,000, almost $68,000 a year. That is an additional $25,000 plus increase to hold illegal detainees, all on the federal taxpayers' dime. You and me. I already covered that the rich dicks and the corporations aren't paying anything. Oh, and that El Salvador prison? That's run by the same company, CoreCivic. It isn't El Salvador running that prison. It's U.S. corporation that is being paid by the American taxpayers. Over $60,000 a year per detainee. You and me, baby. We're paying more for them to grab up these illegal detainees. And we're paying them to house, food, clothe them. And you saw the awful conditions in the El Salvador prison. It's all for them to make money. Why are they rounding up legals? Why are they rounding up people that are already on citizenship track, that already have green cards? Because they're easy pickings. 11 million immigrants. You don't think that these corporations have been going behind our backs, you and me, the American taxpayer, and having private meetings with other ultra-rich dicks, like that orange bozo, and telling them they need to make more money? How can they siphon more money out of our asses? let's be honest. If Doge really wanted to save us money, they could have made an announcement where we were taking back all of that 8% and literally cut our costs almost by 50%. It would cost us less than $8 billion based on what we currently pay for public prisons. $8 billion compared to $80 billion that those private prisons are raking us over the coals for. It's unbelievable. The scamming and the conning and the bullshit. And it's all come out of the Republican Party. I don't give a shit who you are. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, former Republican, Democrat, Libertarian. It's the Republican Party. $80 billion for 8% versus $80 billion, almost 81. Almost a little, not even a full $1 billion more for 92%. It's insanity. And that's the only reason they want the illegal immigrants rounded up, and they want to create these super highway, bypass their rights, bypass everything, because those corporations want to make their money. There's more than a dozen of them, and they are high profit, high dollar. Oh, they will claim they don't make that much money. Bullshit. If they did all this streamlining, they claim they did, they're pocketing a shit ton. And all at the expense of the U.S. taxpayer. All at the expense of you and me. They are charging us double for literally only giving us 8%. That's why they want the illegals. They don't want to protect you or me from some bad guy. It's all imaginary bullshit they made up so that these 12 corporations can make a killing in violating people's rights and charging the U.S. taxpayer for it. It's disgusting. As always, think about it. Discuss it for a change with other people. Get those numbers out there and understand how bad we're being screwed by these Republicans and their corporate bullshit. Think about it.